On the night of November 5th, 2020, Quando Rondo and Lul Timm were in Atlanta shooting a music video for a new song called The Drop, a collaboration between Young'uns and Quando Rondo. The song itself had lyrics mocking murdered Savannah rapper Huncho Reese's death after his concert, with Quando saying, "Two purple babies get rolled up," a reference to him and Reese. This was a song all about disrespecting the dead, but little did Quando and Timm realize that after leaving this video set, they would find themselves in another deadly rap-related shootout, with their outfits from this very video tying them to the incident. They would be seen on social media immediately after the shoot, showing off that they were packing high-powered firearms, with Lul Timm notably wearing a black work jacket and a grey hoodie underneath it. Quando and Timm would later find themselves sat inside of a car outside of the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. Earlier on that evening, King Von was playing a show that he had booked at a nearby venue. Just after midnight, King Von tweets his location for the evening, a show at Atlanta club Opium, and Von would go live on Instagram on the way to the club, seemingly in good spirits, rapping along to his own music, and later doing a live pre-show with the name of the club pinned. He would be seen on Instagram posted up smoking hookah, surrounded by his entourage including known shooters from his native Chicago block, O Block. Von would go on to play that concert at Opium, where he would be seen on stage surrounded by his team. Just after 1 AM, he would retweet a Young and Ace lyric along with a caption saying that his crew are going to catch someone and he sees them as food. This was perhaps a sign that Von had been alerted to Quando's location, and after finishing his show, Von would be seen leaving Opium in an SUV. Interestingly, Von's truck can be heard playing the NBA Youngboy song My Window as it drove away from the scene.
Stop playing!
Von would confuse his team by choosing not to go back to his Airbnb as his security team were told, instead taking a last-minute and unexplained detour to the Monaco Hookah Lounge where Quando Rondo was sat. Lul Timm would make his last tweet from his original Twitter account in the hours leading up to this confrontation. Around 3 AM on November the 6th, King Von would find himself outside of the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. Perhaps he knew that Quando Rondo would be there, or perhaps it was just a coincidence. All we know is that while he was there, Von approached Quando Rondo and began assaulting him with a flurry of punches, with Quando's close friend Lul Timm jumping out the car, opening fire, and striking Von multiple times. This was all captured on CCTV footage, but I can't show you that on YouTube. But essentially, Von starts beating up Quando Rondo outside the club in front of a huge crowd. After only throwing a few punches, Lul Timm jumps out the car and shoots Von numerous times. At this point, Von's friends from O Block, Slutty and Louie would attempt to shoot Lul Timm, leaving him wounded but not dead. And they would even attempt to execute him after he fell to the floor, but they couldn't because the gun jammed. And while this is all going on, a wounded King Von continues to wrestle with Quando Rondo on the ground. And while that's happening, Von's other friend from O Block, Muwop, approaches, punching Quando to the ground and separating him from Von. Meanwhile, after failing to execute Lul Timm, Slutty and Louie attempt to flee the scene, without realizing that they were running directly towards police officers who opened fire, believing that their lives were in danger too. The cops would kill Slutty and leave Louie in critical condition. Muwop and other O Block members would ultimately drag Von's limp body to a waiting car and rush him to hospital, with later reports suggesting that Von had even been coherent in the car on the ride to the hospital. But what's even more crazy is the fact Quando would end up taking a wounded Lul Timm to the very same hospital that King Von and his team were at, with Quando going live showing him trying to help Lul Timm in the hospital and trying to get assistance from staff.
Come on, he's shot! Come on, bit bro, you got this up. Come on, cuz, just keep breathing, bit boy. Just keep breathing, cuz.
Hold on, you can't move on that fast,
You got it,
bro.
my fault.
Yeah.
Man, he's shot, what you mean wrong side? Come on, man, please, come on, all right.
Okay.
Get him a wheelchair. Man, what you mean I gotta stay right here? Man, we need to get him. Man, we need to get him back there ASAP.
I'm howling.
I put, man.
In front of the exit. Let me sit down so he won't fall out, okay?
Ma'am, how? He done been shot before.
Okay, sir.
Man, we need a
I
wheelchair.
just called. I can't do more than what I can do.
How we get there, man? We need help. Hold on, man, get him a wheelchair, man. What we doing? What y'all doing, cuz? Man, what you mean? Man, we can't take him around there. That man gonna die.
After this, THF Bezu, a close friend and collaborator of King Von and Lil Durk, would later post that they would have shot Quando at the hospital if he didn't start recording. King Von would be rushed into emergency surgery, critical condition after the shooting, where he would ultimately die in hospital. The very same hospital where Lul Timm would be getting treatment and where he would be arrested by police and charged with the murder of Von. with the media all around the world waking up to the news and reporting on the death of Chicago's most buzzing rapper.
According to GBI, rapper King Von and his group were at Opium nightclub before making their way here to Monaco Hookah Lounge, then to the parking lot where chaos ensued. Believe it or not, this all playing out right in front of 2 Atlanta police officers.
One of them was actually inside his patrol car, or next to his patrol car with his blue lights on.
APD responding, attempting to stop the shooting, but it was too late.
It hit like the one officer that did respond. He tried to protect himself and stop what was going on.
The investigation on this shootout will continue. No officers were injured during this incident. According to GBI, this is the 82nd officer-involved shooting that they've been requested to investigate in 2020.
If you found that clip interesting, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to watch the full-length version of this video, check out the documentary on my main channel, Trap Law Ross. And if you want the uncut version of that documentary, then head on over to patreon.com/traplawross, where you can watch all of my best videos completely uncut for just $2. And if you want to keep in touch and get updates on the next documentaries that I'm going to be dropping, make sure you follow me on Instagram at traplawross. Appreciate it. Peace.